The title of today's episode is Surpassing All Collisions. And so we want to simply work with the analogy of a vehicle. First, to simply see, let's visualize your hopefully Tesla car. And recognize that when you step into a car, regardless of whatever car it is, truck or whatever, there is a front view you have, and there's a view you have in the vehicle where you're moving. Imagine as if there you are still, but you're navigating inside a vehicle that has greater movement. Now, when we are inside a vehicle, there's a steering wheel. So for the human being, we're assuming that which is working with subjectivity is inside the vehicle of the body. So we're considering there's an intelligence that is aware and maintaining this body. Now, this intelligence is also simultaneously present with the intelligence of all that is existing. Right? So pretty much the car is in the highway. And we're seeing there's other cars, there's other realities, and we're all in the same world, However, when you look at the ability of the driver, he can move beyond the same road, and he can also step out of the vehicle anytime he chooses to, and is always aware of that level of stillness. For mankind, realize in order for him to move into vehicles, he has to create an atmosphere of stillness. So the driver is feeling as if he's in the most stillest moment, And at the same time, there's great speed and velocity. And I'm pretty sure for NASCAR drivers, going in circles that fast does have an influence, And there has also, of course, been very huge significance on circular movements, And for example, Islam, and where in Mecca, a very holy and bright place in regards to a sense of knowing, I find that place is a source of great recovery for many, many beings. Anyways, as we look around, we can see that sometimes our reality might get a flat tire and you might feel that you're stuck in where you are. Simply have this understanding that this whole vehicle analogy is suggesting that your reality is your vehicle, and there's the sense of free will that is here to handle it. You need to become comfortable with yourself and comfortable with recognizing and getting to know how you can be able. What that means is let's say you've never drawn before, Imagine you analyzing how you are before you've ever drawn, your drawing ability, and you see, oh my God, this guy's so good, let me study his technique before I go draw. No, you actually just need to go and draw and master your own hand. Our ability to recognize where we are gives us a sense of knowing through an existential observance that we are not just there. If you have an ability to be limited, trust me, you have an ability to be limitless. It is in how the duality is just thrown out in design. In this moment, I perceive myself present, but I'm aware of my body. But I'm also aware my body is an aspect of my awareness, and my world is also an aspect of my awareness. But I also am aware that when I close my eyes, that which is aware of the world is working in regards to a formless consideration. It's as if we can think, but we can't find the thinker. So at the same time, after observing this, I brought the thinker to a stillness immediately, as if no need for desire even, It's like little did many lazy people knew below laziness was just an awareness of stillness and silence, dissolution of the idea. And you would see it'd be phenomenal, because what meditation I've seen do, and simply you just going in nature and just observing and becoming self-aware to the life that you are, aligns you by your greater knowing of your capability. So what that means is, I just looked around and I'm seeing, all right, a lot of teachers are trying to, in a sense, teach students. But wait a minute, the teacher has nothing to do with it. It's the student that must activate and take interest into what the world, The teacher is just an aspect of the world. You as the being must have an effort into observing this world and not chasing ideas. Because if you chase ideas, you'll go read every book at the end of the world, and you realize at the same time you forgot that the keys to the gates of transcendental wisdom was sincerity and honesty. The awareness that you don't need something to satisfy anything. You are not a container. You are an experiential view of this existence. You are a moment, and you are the experiencer. This is valuable. This is what many great leaders have spoken about. This is what activated many beings into not trying to get out of anywhere. It's for yourself. It's internal. What that means is, externally, it does not matter what you see. Everything is just as it is. You're just born at this moment in human evolution. But at the same time, this moment, everything, this beautiful sense of being here is giving you an ability to know that you can drive your vehicle. You can move yourself in this world in ways that the world even looks at you and just starts slow hand clapping. It's like, damn, this guy knows how to live. We must have the ability to observe ourselves clearly beyond ideology, and to find the sincerity before consciousness had to idealize or idolize. We want to review and reobserve the nature of what is objective to us, what is subjective to us. Where are these? Where are we? And to find the comfort in perhaps many ancient teachings, that your moment is where your real eyes lie. But you will see, as long as there needs to be somebody, then you have to try to realize. Do you see? But being here rather than doing, and simultaneously being aware that by being here everything is being done, that just because you're not doing anything, you're sitting in a park gently looking at, let's say, a tree, it is still living, and you observe the vastness, profundity. Inspiration becomes a beautiful blend of how human psychology has even shaped itself to throw its past around into projections of the future, and to at the same time realize that the past is drawn by the wisdom of that which has already lived. Because man is moving from the chronological experience of space and time to the simultaneous ability to know that your collective always knew the individuality that was here. Within your greatest implication, you are the presence of all that is. Explore your moment, and from a sense of silence and solitude, see those as blessings, and just be real. It's you don't have to be anything. It's just by being, it's real, It's like you observe and you gently go, And you will see, you might suddenly become much more graceful, but being graceful, don't think that you're not doing anything. What that means is many spiritual seekers think that they're at the same time not living right by seeking what their longing is, where their existential longing is taking them, where their intuitive longing is taking them. But you begin to see that it's all about the honesty that allows yourself to gracefully experience life. Because it did not make sense. It did not make sense for there to be free will in a world where there is karma. So karma is kept based on the keeper. And tell me, do we need to be trapped in shapes when there is always an unshaped observance? Has eternity spoken in its silence?